Have you been following these Occupy Wall Street protests?
Yeah, and I have it. It just sort of gives me a bad feeling, and I guess I have likened it to the Paris mob because I see no clear-cut political protest except for the fact that they don't like people who have been successful. And I think the president's been stoking the flames on this. I've heard his political speeches. He says the rich people have too much money. You should go get some of their money. He's willing to do it as an intermediary for you with the force of government. But what I fear is that as these mobs get riled up, they're going to skip the step of waiting for government to get their goodies from people who have more than they do. They may just go directly to the store, throw a brick through, and take what they think what they think they deserve.
You know, I've been trying to have conversations with the people down there, and it's nearly impossible. Their message is utterly incoherent, and all they keep talking about is the 99% versus the 1%. And I try to explain, okay, well, the 1% pays 40% of the tax bill. 10% pays 75% of the bill. The bottom 50% pays nothing. I mean, tell me what you think is fair, and then they get angry at me.
Well, it's all predicated on a lie, and see, the president has been foisting this lie upon the public, and that's that the rich don't pay taxes. And in reality, we have a very progressive income tax, and the average millionaire, 99% of millionaires pay about 29% in income tax. The average carpenter pays about 15 or 16%.
Yep.
So when he goes around the country saying that a carpenter is paying a higher rate than a millionaire, it is just absolutely false, and we cannot let him do this and basically bend and manipulate facts into something that isn't true.
Well, what's frustrating is you're 100% right. I mean, that the middle class is paying about that 15% range. The upper income people are paying close to the 25% range. And we're not even including in those figures in states that have state income tax and sales tax and property tax and hidden taxes. And then if you die, the death tax and everything else is in between. So, you know, the rate, for example, if you live in New York, you pay about 55 cents of every dollar.
Yeah, if you look at the effective tax rates as you go up the income ladder, between about $50,000 and $75,000, you pay between 14 and 17% of your income. If you make over $500,000, you pay over 29%. So it just isn't true what he's saying, but it's all based on envy. It's based on emotions. And when you have emotionalism as your argument, I fear that the ultimate conclusion is, why wait for the government to take it from the rich? Why don't you just go directly to their door or to their store and get it yourself? If they've gotten it, you know, if it's ill-gotten gains and we deserve it, why don't we just go take it? And that sort of mob mentality, and by preaching this class warfare, it's what I fear that will come out of this.